Hey guys, it's 171 Asylum with a video on the Division 2 Warlords of New York expansion. In this review, I'm going to take a look at the new expansion and title update 8 to see if it's worth the extra money for a game that's really already hated by the general gaming community. Ubisoft has made a lot of changes to the game. I'll touch on some of that, but there's far too much to go into in this video. So let's get started. In the Warlords of New York, you go back to New York, obviously, to hunt down Keener, a character mentioned from the first division, like the top bad guy. It's kind of funny because you even hear NPCs say things like, "I can't believe you're back," or something like that. The expansion helps tie the two divisions together. Just a little bit more anyway. The gameplay hasn't changed. If you didn't like the Division 2 before, you probably aren't going to like it now. The gear and guns have been completely revamped. Attributes have been changed on a lot of things. Some gear that I would never use are actually pretty decent now. They've reworded some of the attributes to make them a little easier to understand at a glance. The factions from the first division are the same in the expansion. They do look a little different. They have a more post-apocalyptic feel to them, which makes sense if you think about it. New technology has been introduced, like holographic projection. Some drones will drop bombs on you, which I found to be pretty interesting. I like the diversity of the different enemy types because it really helps break up the monotony in a game like this, which is based on grinding. You get new skills when you kill bosses, which I feel like is a pretty cool way to do it. I like the fact that they fixed one of my biggest complaints. I get a gun, it's a level 40. It doesn't need to be upgraded because it's already maxed. In the first division, they gave you the optimization station, which you could use to upgrade your gear to max level. And I was happy with that. But I was very, very irritated whenever the Division 2 didn't have anything like that, because you would get a piece of equipment that was a 490 gear score and you're a 500, and it would drop your gear score down if you equipped it. So you can't keep using that one if you want to have a max gear score. So in turn, you have to just keep looking for a new gun, right? It got really annoying. Now it's not even an issue. All I can do now is recalibrate. And I hope I don't have to go back and edit this later because I find out that there really is a screwed up way that they have it that I haven't reached. But we'll see. Having it this way, in my opinion, is better than the way they had it in the second division and even in the first for that matter. This way of doing things has made me actually want to continue playing, and that's something I honestly didn't feel the need to do. I got really bored with the game, honestly. Yes, it was early in the game's life when I did get bored with it, and they've made a lot of changes and in-game advancements, but still. The downfall for this expansion is it's short. It can be challenging enough to remain entertaining, but it can be completed in a rather short amount of time. Honestly, it's just an expansion, so I guess I really can't ask for the length of another game, I guess. I did run into a few technical issues, like there were times I couldn't shoot. It didn't happen a whole lot, but it was annoying when it did. I also couldn't revive another player once, and using a keyboard and mouse wasn't smooth all the time, so I had to use a controller for the video. My conclusion is that Ubisoft is making the right moves in the right direction. I honestly don't feel like the Warlords of New York should be a paid expansion. For a game that hasn't sold well, adding a way to make it more expensive is pretty stupid in my opinion. If you've ever played the game and enjoyed leveling up, you will enjoy the expansion. Adding an extra 10 levels is pretty interesting in my opinion. I actually decided to run through the game from level 1 just to get a better feel for how the game plays after the mini updates. And so I could have a better idea of what I can tell you guys. I feel like leveling up is fun in the game. In the beginning, the end game was severely lacking. They've made a lot of changes, so we'll see how the end game is now, but that'll be another video. I've been told by some that they like the Division 2 better than the First Division. I was addicted to the First Division, so I'm not quite there. Although, with the way that I'm seeing that they're doing the end game now, there's a possibility that I may actually like this one more too. We'll see. If you can get the game cheap enough, like it was on sale for $3 here recently, I would buy it. As a looter shooter, leveling up is fun, and they've made a great deal of changes, and I'm sure there's more to come. I like the expansion, but I do wish it was cheaper. Some of the package deals as of this video were in the $40 range. Not horrible if you don't have the game. So ultimately, watch for a sale, but the expansion is good and a refreshing addition. This is just a quick first impression. I want to work more on the in-game content in the future. And as always, thanks for watching, guys, and please like and subscribe for more unadulterated game reviews.